Hello everyone, welcome to this Artist Talks series. Talks in 3 parts, the third and last episode, exploring creative technology. My name is Chi-Yong Wang. I am an installation artist and an artist curator. In this episode, I will share how I developed the conceptual framework for my recent virtual artwork, Auguries of Innocence. And then I will talk about how this project benefits from creative coding technology and how this technology enables us to view 3D artwork in the internet browser. Auguries of Innocence is a virtual visual album. It is the 4th chapter of my contemplative art installation series. It offers an audio-visual experience of about 25 minutes. Our viewer can experience this artwork in a web browser on a desktop computer. This project is a result of a cross-disciplinary collaboration between visual and music artists, as well as creative technologists. With the web-based virtual technology such as using WebGL, this kind of application programming interface API technology, we combined music, soundscape design, installation art, and 3D art into creating this artwork. Next, let me share the concept of this artwork. The title of this artwork, Auguries of Innocence, is borrowed from the poem by the English poet William Blake. Initially, I was intrigued by the narrative of this poem on how to find balance and beauty in conflict situations. And this was my starting point of creating this artwork. It later inspired me to explore positive psychology, and it led me to develop the leading concept for this visual album, which is to find solace in grief through the lens of mindfulness. In other words, to find positive mindset in challenging situations through mindful awareness. Now let me share the conceptual framework. In the beginning, I imagined that I was creating a poem. Instead of using words like a real poet, I used spatial design, light design, soundscape, and music to express my artistic concept into creating different conceptual sceneries. The idea of these conceptual sceneries is to allow the viewers to slow down and quietly observe what is presented in front of us, so that we can reflect our own thoughts and feelings. We can learn to spend some moments to enter our own psychological flow, where we can practice idleness and let the mind create headspace and let the mind rest in awareness. This visual album is presented in 3 different acts. Scene 1 is 1 minute of singing bowl. Scene 2 is 2 minutes of soundscape. Scene 3 is 5 minutes of music. For me, when I was making this project, it was like directing an abstract film. So you can also look at this artwork like a conceptual moving picture. Next, let me share an extract of the conceptual design of this visual album. It would give you an idea how I developed these conceptual sceneries. Next, let's talk about how our team transformed this concept into a browser-based experience. This artwork is the result of a cross-disciplinary collaboration with several experts, including our music composer Anton Tat, soundscape artist Solon Chong, creative technologist Marcus Lansinger, co-developer Guillaume Fradin, 3D artist Dusan Sharich, and of course their teams. We convey the concept of mindfulness practice and contemplative space into this virtual art. And this artwork is made possible because of our experts trying to push boundaries through using the web-based technology and creative coding such as WebGL, which is an application programming interface API technology. WebGL is short for Web Graphics Library. It's a JavaScript API application programming interface for rendering interactive 2D and 3D graphics within any compatible web browser without the use of any plugins. It is being used by the leading browser developers such as Google Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. WebGL allows you to see and interact with 2D and 3D objects in your browsers, including all the settings for light, texture, and materials. And this is how our creative coders helped us to build the entire virtual artwork using this technology. All you need is a computer and a graphic card. Then you can watch, listen, or interact with the artwork. WebGL is also the same technology used in Google Maps and many other interactive web experiences. Here is an example of a theater company uses this technology to showcase their work. Conclude, 10 years ago, if a film or stage performance released their work online, most people would tell you they would still prefer to go to the cinema or to the theater. However, many things has changed. We have become more used to the idea that our internet browser is a source of entertainment or information. But the idea that an internet browser as a source of artistic experience to replace going to a gallery, a museum, or a theater, this idea is not entirely common yet. But we cannot say it's not happening, and it is actually evolving amazingly fast. The technology is still growing. It is creating new possibilities for artists to present their works beyond physical venues, and this technology will keep on changing our perception. When and where will we experience artwork? We have come to the end of this Artist Talk series. You can use this talk as a case study and spend a few minutes to think about how has virtual art changed over the years. What impact will virtual art bring into our artistic practice? Thank you for watching.